everybody, it's Kelsee Briana J, and in today's video I am doing a get ready with me, and I am trying new-ish products. So these products are not the newest things out on the market because I have had a few of them for a while, but they are relatively new products. So I wanted to go ahead and do a video using these products that I've been having, that I've been storing in a bin, that I've been wanting to do a video on. But we all know how chaotic my year has been, and so I finally have gotten a chance to sort of play with some things. So that's what we're doing today. I have a good mix of things. So let's go ahead and jump into what I'm going to be playing with. And of course, I'm going to show you guys how to create this look as well as do a wear test. So the first thing that I have sitting right here that I want to share is the Wet n Wild Foundation. And yes, your girl is incorporating some drugstore stuff in the mix. This one is the Photo Focus Dewy Foundation. So I have the color Desert Beige. This one is medium dark, which that's right up in my realm of where I live as far as foundation shades and complexion product shades go. Wet n Wild says that this is the newest innovation to the cult favorite Photo Focus franchise. Dewy Foundation, a weightless, super nourishing foundation that delivers natural all-day wear. Silky and creamy coverage is easily buildable from medium to full coverage, and it easily transforms from day to night wear. It's ideal for normal to dry skin types. This moisturizing formula blends seamlessly, blurs imperfections, and helps minimize the appearance of pores for a perfectly smooth, dewy finish. This is available in 20 different shades, and I kind of have normal skin, but it's more so combination because I do get oily right in here. But I will be testing this out and let you guys know how it works for my combination skin. Next, I have the Dior concealer. This one is the Forever Skin Correct concealer, and this one retails for $36. I am probably the most excited about this concealer than anything because I've had this the longest, and when I first saw that Dior was coming out with a new concealer, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get this, I have to try it. So I got it before there was even testers out. I'm like, okay, that looks like that's the one. Let me go ahead and get that one. And I've had it since then, and I have been waiting to do this video because I have been wanting to play with it on camera with you all. But I have the color 2W, and this is the box that it comes in, and here is the concealer. So it is very luxe. It looks like the Dior Forever foundation packaging, but it is smaller. So this has 0.37 fluid ounces of product, or 11 milliliters, and the details of this say that this is a full coverage natural liquid concealer that is suitable for normal dry combination and oily skin types, and this concealer is supposed to last 24 hours. It is a multi-purpose concealer. You can use it underneath your eyes, or you can use it all over your face, however you see fit. But I'm so excited to try this concealer out with you guys because, like I said, I've been wanting to try it for forever. Like, I saw this concealer a minute ago, and I'm like, I know I have to have that. Next, I'm trying out the new Fenty Beauty mascara, and this one is called the Full Frontal Volume Lift and Curl Mascara. And this mascara is cool because it has a different type wand. The camera just died, and I may have changed the placement of the camera, but hey, the show must go on. So this mascara is called Cause I'm Black, and it is described as a true black mascara. And I'm like, okay, Rihanna, I see you. So this one is described as a do-it-all mascara that is designed to expose every lash, featuring an exclusive flat-to-fat brush that instantly volumizes, lifts, lengthens, and curls. But it's unlike any other mascara wand that I've ever seen. So it kind of looks like it's going to be fat like it says, but then it's flat. And so you can really get in there and wiggle this through your lashes. I have the Natasha Denona Mini Glam eyeshadow palette. This one retails for $25. We know that Natasha Denona mini palettes are the little small little baby ones. These have 0.8 grams of product times 5, or 0.028 ounces of product times 5. I've done the math on these before. If you are interested in that, I will leave linked down below some other Natasha Denona mini palette reviews that I've done, and I've broken down the cost per gram and compared it to some of her larger palettes. But this is the newest mini palette, and the description of this one says that it is a palette of matte, metallic, and sparkly, cool toned, golden taupe, and neutral shades for the ultimate glam look or the perfect everyday look. So I have it on my eyes now, and I do feel like it's transitioning well because, like I said, at the end of the video, you guys will see it's a little bit late in the evening, and I feel like this will work in the daytime or for the nighttime. I do want to show you guys swatches of this, but I'll show you guys that towards the end of the video, and I'll also show you a comparison of this to another eyeshadow palette that I have in my collection from Natasha Denona. Another Fenty Beauty product that I have here, this one is the What It Do Makeup Refreshing Spray, and this retails for $30. This one is an online exclusive, so I had gone into Sephora a few times looking for it, and some of the employees were like, girl, what are you talking, like, what? We never heard of that. I'm like, no, it's real. I have to pull it up and show them, so I'm like, y'all ain't seen that? But I ordered it online because I just could not stop thinking about it. Every single day, I'm like, I wonder, is it going to be in the store? And it's like, girl, just order it. So I did. Here's what it looks like. It puts you in the same mind frame of the foundation, the original one. That's what the shape of this looks like. But I love that it's kind of purpley because I love purple. This one has 100 milliliters of products or 3.4 fluid ounces of products, and the description of this says that it is a hydrating mist that can be used under makeup for foundation prep or over makeup to revitalize and refresh skin throughout the day. Made with a complex of herbal extracts like borage and cornflower to help hydrate skin, the rose-scented formula quickly absorbs and does not feel sticky, leaving a natural dewy glow. Okay. Next, this is a newer product, but I have already reviewed it on my channel. This one is the Natasha Denona Love Glow Cheek Palette, and if you want to see a more in-depth review about this, make sure you check out that video. I did it before Valentine's Day, so it was all lovey-dovey and all that. No, I'm just kidding, but I talked about this palette there, but I wanted to reuse it because, child, is still new, and I didn't have anything else new for the cheeks, so reached back in this. So I finally have a new setting powder that I'm excited about. This one is the Urban Decay Stay Naked The Fix setting powder, and you all already know I have been talking about that I have wanted new setting powders that have a tint to them or that match complexions for years. I've literally been talking about this for like 2 or 3 years, how these type products are basically disappearing and nobody's giving us new ones. And then here we go with Urban Decay. So here's what the packaging looks like. It will blind you if you are not careful. This retails for $39 and it has a mirror. And then the powder was embossed with the UD. But since I've used it a few times, that UD is kind of tearing up. Oh, did I just break this? Hold on, y'all. I might have just broken this. Okay, wait a minute. 1, 2, okay. Ooh. I feel like I just popped something back into place. You know how you dislocate something, you're like, okay, 1, 2, ah! But it comes with this little sponge down here that I have not used. So this powder has 0.21 ounces of product or 6 grams of powder. It says that this is a weightless vegan long wear powder foundation with buildable medium coverage and a real skin matte finish that lasts up to 16 hours. And there's a good amount of these powders available. There's 24 different shades that I counted on Sephora's app, and I have the color 60NN. And I got a new lipstick because I'm here for new lipstick formulas. This is by It's Cosmetics, and I think that this is my first product that I have ever purchased from their brand. So these are called Pillow Lips, and then they have 2 different formulas. They have the cream formula of the Pillow Lips, and they have the matte formula. And then I think that they're the same colors in each of the formulas, but it's just different finishes, so I love stuff like that. But I picked up one of them. I got the one in the color Humble, and this one is described as a nude cinnamon matte lipstick. So this is what the lipstick looks like, and it looks like a pillow. It looks like a mattress. I think that the packaging is pretty cute. And these retail for $24 each. But these say that these are a collagen-infused lipstick in a matte and cream finish that make your lips look fuller and deliver high-impact color payoff in just one swipe. The other lip product that I have on top of it, though, is the Natasha Denona Lip Oh-Phoria Gloss and Balm, and I have this one in the color Nude. So this retails for $26, and there's only 3 different colors of this. There's the color Mauve, and there's the color Duochrome Coral, which I did buy that one too, but I ended up just giving it to my mom because it looked like it was her type color. I'm like, okay, girl, this looks like you can have this. But this one says that it is an extra pampering lip balm to soothe, refresh, and reawake chapped and dry lips. It also says that emollient esters cushion lips for up to 8 hours of comfortable wear, packed with the highest quality pure color pigments that drench lips in a luminous duochrome color. So mine is not really duochromy, but it is sparkly. It is a nudish type color that I love. I'm gonna put some more on there, honey, because I love me some gloss. But I'm excited to share this look with you guys and just really play with all of these products because, like I said, I've had some of these products for a long time and I have been saving these products because I wanted to share them with you guys on camera. Some of the products I have used before, but some of them I'm using them for the first time with you all. So I'm excited about it. I'm ready to play and I'll keep you updated with how these products are wearing throughout the day. But right now it is 5:30 and your girl has not eaten a drop of food. I'm like, it's time for me to go eat. It's time. It just is. So I'll check you guys in a minute and I hope that you all enjoy. So I first want to put on my foundation. I already have my brows done and I did put on a little bit of concealer around them to clean it up. I want to go in with unprimed skin and I want to take the Dewy foundation. So I'm shaking it up very well to make sure that it's all incorporated because I've had it for a minute, but I just haven't used it. I think I want to put some on the back of my hand. It has this little spatula, so you could put it directly on your face, but I'm not going to do that because I want to try to keep it as sanitary as possible. Even though I just put it on the back of my hands, I just washed my hands. So I'm going in with my sponge. This is the Kelsee sponge. It's one of my favorite sponges that I have, and I'm going to apply this foundation all over my skin. Okay. Color's not too bad. I was concerned about it because my Walgreens did not have all of the different colors when I first bought this foundation, and I have forgotten to get another color or to go check to see if there were other colors that may have matched me better. So far this one's not too bad. It's blended in. Okay, building up this coverage. Okay, it's building up really nicely. It's looking pretty natural. My under eye darkness is so real today. So real. It's because I'm on my cycle, guys. And when I'm on my cycle, like, all of my energy just is drained. So it's blending out really nicely. It's giving me about a medium amount of coverage. It is building up, but I still see some imperfections there, but I'm not mad at it. It definitely has a nice dewy finish, but it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. It feels very lightweight, so I'm not mad at it. I think my skin looks nice, considering the fact that I do feel like my skin has a little bit of breaking out, like little bitty tiny bumps, and I hate when my skin does that. But again, I am on my girl time, and sometimes my skin just goes haywire. So I want to move on and do some concealer, and let's see how concealer plays with this foundation. But overall, I really like the way that this foundation looks. But I would like for this foundation to be about a half shade darker, but I think I can work it out with bronzing. Ooh, this concealer may be way too light, but let's try it out. Okay. She's light. I don't typically go this light with concealers that often. I'm interested in it. It feels very lightweight. I'll definitely have to balance her out. It felt nice going on, okay? Let me blend this out first. Okay. This concealer is pretty creamy. Okay, and blend it out nicely. I'm not mad. Blend out this edge here first. Not mad. It's giving really pretty coverage, so I like that. And it's giving me nice coverage without adding more. So let me keep blending. And even though this color is light, it actually is looking nice and it's lifting my under eye. It doesn't look ghostly. Ideally, I would like to go about a shade darker, but when I purchased this concealer, they didn't even have the testers out. So I may go back and get another color, but I do like this if I want to keep a color to highlight, because all of my concealers are a little bit darker and I don't have a lighter concealer to highlight with anymore. So I may keep this for dramatic makeup days. I actually don't want to put this in the middle of my forehead because I feel like it'll be a little bit too light. So I'm going to go back with a little bit of the foundation just to bring it back down. So I just had to get up and get some powder. But I'm just going to make sure that my under eye is smooth. And now I need to set it with some loose powder. I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder. I'm so glad I remembered before I set my entire face that I have a new powder. I'm so used to not having a new pressed setting powder that I almost just retreated back to my go-to, my MAC. Honestly, my MAC powder is my comfort zone powder. That's the one that I know is going to work for me. But I'm willing to try this one. This one is supposed to be a little bit more matte. So I'm just going to go in with this powder around the perimeter of my face. Just a little bit. Maybe keep my oils at bay a little bit more. And then I'm going to take my MAC on the center. This powder actually is adding a little bit more coverage too. And is deepening up my face. So that's good because I do feel like my skin is just a little bit too light. Just a little bit. I didn't get a chance to do bronzer yet. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm taking my Fenty bronzer. My favorite bronzer. I feel like being very bronzed. Also to add warmth back to the skin. I've used this before on my channel, but I do want to revisit it. This is the Natasha Denona Love Palette. So, it's still new, so why not? I just want to go ahead and get my complexion done. I want to see it. I'm going to take the Sonia G Detail Pro Brush and the highlighter in this palette. I'm going to go in with the powder brush and the cream blush here. And I want this to be sort of faint on the cheeks. That's why I'm choosing this brush. My lips feel kind of dry, so typically I would do my lips after I do my eyes, but what the hey? I want to do my lips first because I need something. So I'm going to go in with the Pillow Lips Cream. Okay. And then on top, I'm going to take this Natasha Denona gloss because you know I need to have my gloss popping, honey. I'm going to go in with Seed and a Sonia G Crease 2 brush. Dip that in there. Go back and forth in my crease. Okay. It's giving me a little bit more color than I thought it was going to. Uh-oh. Starting to get these shadows. Okay. And I want this to be a transition color. So just back and forth. I know this color works on my complexion, but I feel like if you are even half a shade darker than me, this color is not really going to show up on you that well. So just keep that in mind. But if you're my complexion or lighter, I think this color will work as a transition shade. Plus it did build up and it gave me a little bit more intensity, but not a whole lot. Now I'm going to dip lightly into Seed, and I'm going to take that a little bit more so on the outer crease. And then actually I'm going to do it in the outer V. So I'm going in V motions to give me a little bit more intensity. But I don't want it to be super intense. I do want to keep this a light eye look. It's giving me something. When I swatched this color, it wasn't giving me a lot. But using it with the brush on top of the base, it's giving me some intensity and it's blending out pretty nicely. Now I'm going to go in with a flat shader brush and take Golden Flesh. Yes, Golden Flesh. Let's pop that all over the lid. Okay, this is very easy. Breezy, beautiful cover girl. That blended out easily. This is a super quick eye look. Same brush, and I'm going to take a little bit of Faye and pop that right on the inner portion. Ooh. That's actually a lot more intense than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to take this brush and dip it into that color and then take the tippity top and turn it around and do the inner portion of the lower lash line. Lastly, I'm going to take Anjou, I think it's pronounced. And lightly, I'm going to take that all across the rest of the lower portion of the lid. To use eyeliner or to not use eyeliner? That is always the question. I always like my eyes without eyeliner, but then I always like it with eyeliner. So I'm always torn in between the two. I don't know what to do. I guess I'll go in with eyeliner. This is the Sleek eyeliner, and I actually really love this one. So let me do that, and I can't like do this and do that. So let me do that. I'll be right back. I'm going to put a little bit on top. This is the Fenty Beauty Fly Eyeliner. I believe that's what it's called. Fly Liner. Before I do my mascara, which is also Fenty, I'm going to spray the Fenty What It Do setting spray. It actually says it's a makeup refreshing spray. But it says you can use it during, before, and after makeup application. Do not inhale. Okay, girl. I will try not to. Alright. So, I have to do the first mist to see what it's going to do. Seriously. Because I don't like messing up my face. Alright. Alright. Very fine. I like the smell. Okay, come on. Feels nice, very lightweight. It does have a subtle hint of a fragrance to it. It's a very fresh scent, almost like linen, fresh linen, but not that strong. I like it, actually, and I think that it makes my makeup look a little bit more dewy, but not super glowy. It's doing something. I just can't put my finger on what it's doing yet, though. But I like it. Lastly, I'm going to do some mascara, and I've been holding this mascara, and I've had it since it first came out. This one is brand new. I've never opened it, so I'm excited to use it. I should have opened it because, honestly, I prefer my mascara to have been used. I like my mascara to have about 2 to 3 days of experience first before I use it. Because most new mascara is just too slippery. It's not building anything. But we'll see. We'll see. I like the wand of this mascara. It's different. It's flat on some sides. And then on the other side, it's just doing something else. So you can turn the wand around to get different effects. But my lashes are not getting long. So I need the length and I need the volume. And that's straight up. I'm going to come all the way up so you all can see what my lashes look like. Lashes. Can you see my lashes? What do you think? I think my lashes look okay. I'm going to go ahead and add some more coats to see if I can make it a little bit more finessed. And then I'm going to do the other eye and I'll be right back. Mascara is done. That is literally my least favorite part of my makeup routine because it takes too long to get results. I just prefer to just get a little bit of coating on there and pop on a lash. But I'm committed to wearing my natural lashes more. Not all the time, honey, because I do enjoy a lash. I really do. But I just sometimes want to give my eyes a break, and it's good to have a nice mascara. I think this mascara does its job. I'm not overly impressed by the way that my lashes look, but I don't think they look bad. It's just I don't think that they look va-va-voom. But it gave me a little bit of length, just a little bit, and a little bit of volume, just a little bit. So I'm going to wear these products around for the rest of the day. It is pretty late in the evening. I have been lollygagging around. It's 5 o'clock. It's Saturday. I'm about to go get some dinner with my boyfriend. I don't know if we're going to do anything else today. Might just chill. Might just come back home, edit some videos, catch up on some things that I need to catch up on because your girl is behind. But I'll play it by ear. I might want to just take the rest of the day off because I'm just feeling that way too. So I don't know. I'll see how I feel. But I will check you guys in a few. I'll do some check-ins for you, let you know how all these products are wearing, and I'll see you in a minute. Peace. Alright guys, so I am back, and it has been 4.5 hours, and I had no intentions of staying at one place that long, but we went to a hibachi restaurant that we go to all the time, and today is Saturday. I don't know how I forgot today was Saturday, and it was just the most crowded that it's ever been, ever. And I'm like, what is going on today? Like, it was a crowd that you would expect on Valentine's Day, but not on a random Saturday at the end of February. But I guess everybody had the same thought. So 4.5 hours later, I am full. I need to reapply some lips. I don't want to put back on color. I actually bought a Fenty Beauty Gloss, the clear one, glass slipper. I tried to talk myself out of buying it. It's like, Kelsey, you did not need clear lip gloss. And then the other side of Kelsey is like, yes, you do. You like clear lip gloss, girl. So clear lip gloss it was. Plus, I like this formula, and I love a good clear gloss. The only thing that I don't like about clear gloss, especially if it has a doe foot, is that it drives me insane for the gloss to get tainted with any type of color. So if I'm taking this gloss with me to do touch-ups, then I would put the gloss like on the back of my hands and then go like this and tap it on my lips, so I'm not making color go back in here. That's why for years I've only used squeeze clear glosses. I'll see how I do with this one, but I have issues with that. But this feels pretty nice on the lips. And let's talk about how my makeup is wearing. So I think that my makeup looks okay 4.5 hours later. I think that it's still pretty matte. I did not go outside too much. I went outside to go to the car, then we drove to the location, then I went inside, and I was in a hibachi restaurant, so it was a little bit more hot than other restaurants are because, you know, the heat from the fire and close proximity to people. But I do feel like that caused my makeup to wear a little bit faster than it typically does at this time frame. But my natural oils are starting to do a little something, and that's good because normally when my oil starts to break through with my makeup, it makes the formula get a little bit darker, and I need that because my foundation is just too light. But I think my skin looks okay. It does look a little bit drier than it normally does, especially for this to be a dewy foundation. And you guys already know I always set my foundations with powder no matter what the finish is. And I use my MAC powder in the center, and I feel like the center of my face still is kind of dry. And I use the Urban Decay around the perimeter, and I'm not in love with how dry my skin looks. I really want to go in with a little bit more of a spritz or something, make it look a little bit dewier, but I'm going to continue to rock with this just so we see how it continues to wear throughout the end of the day. I probably am going to be up for another 3-4 hours. I don't want to promise you guys I'm going to keep this makeup on that long, but I definitely will come back in about 2 hours or so, let you guys know my final thoughts. But so far, I'm not loving my complexion. Everything else is good. I really like my eyes. My lips wore off with eating. That was to be expected. My cheeks look really nice and healthy, but I'm keeping my eye on these complexion products. So I'll be back. This is probably the most that you've ever seen me switch my hairstyle in one video. I'm pretty sure this is my record. I think this is 3, maybe 4 hairstyles in one video. I just was not feeling my hair today. Not feeling this, but I'm about to go to sleep. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Why do I stay up and do this to myself? I will never know. I will never know. But I was on the couch editing. I was kind of chilling a little bit, watching a little bit of YouTube. And then I was like, oh yeah, before I go wash my makeup off, I have to come back and let you guys know my final thoughts because I was this close to hitting the sink. You have no idea. I'm sleepy. So let's get to it. I've had it on so long, I don't even remember exactly what time I put it on. It was either 5 or 6 o'clock when everything was all together, and I was like, okay. So it's been a while. Nonetheless, whether it was 5 or 6, it's still been a long time. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. So here's what everything is looking like. Let's start off first by talking about this eyeshadow palette. I think that for $25, if you have been wanting to try Natasha Denona's eyeshadows and you are a fan of many eyeshadow palettes, it's great quality. However, this is a limited eyeshadow palette. It's 5 different eyeshadows. There's only maybe 2 or 3 looks you can do with it. I'm saying 2 or 3, and that's me being generous because overall, it's just going to look like the same look pretty much no matter what combination you use. I like the quality of this eyeshadow palette. The matte eyeshadows did swatch a little bit drier, but they do perform, especially when you blend it out on top of a base. It's going to give you that color. The lightest matte eyeshadow in here is very light, so if you are deeper than me, I don't think that it's going to show up on you. You would have to use it as a lid shade. The dark brown, like I said, swatched dry. It performed beautifully. It built up. It gave me that intensity that I was looking for. The shimmer eyeshadows, very nice. They swatch crumbly though, so don't think it's going to be like that on the lid. On the lid, it smooths out, works beautifully. If you already have other Natasha Denona mini eyeshadow palettes, namely the Mini Nude eyeshadow palette. I don't think you need this one. This one is described as a cool toned mini eyeshadow palette, and it is more so of a cool toned eyeshadow palette, but on the lids it's still giving you the same neutrally golden type vibe. And then if you don't have the Mini Glam and you're considering getting both of these, I would just recommend for you all to just invest a little bit more and get the Biba palette, because the Biba palette is going to give you everything that both of these palettes offer plus more. All in all, I like the palette, but I don't think that is 100% necessary, especially if you already have other neutral eyeshadow palettes. But if you're in a pinch and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to pick up something, I left my makeup at home for whatever reason, I need to do some eyeshadow, it works and it's nice. The Natasha Denona Love Glow Cheek Palette. I really like this palette. I think it looks really nice, very flirty on the cheeks. It serves a purpose. The products in here, they do have a learning curve to them. There's a lot of glitter in this palette. I talked about that in the original review that I did on it. So watch that to get more in depth, but I have been using it and I do really like it, and I think it looks pretty on. The Fenty Beauty Full Frontal Mascara. I like this mascara. I don't love it. It did its job. It gave me a little bit of volume. It gave me a little bit of length, but it didn't really blow my mind. I like the way that the wand is, but I just don't feel like the formula is enough for me to be like, oh my gosh, like I can just skip wearing lashes. This makes my lashes look bomb, like I have discovered with some other mascaras that I love in my collection. This one is okay, but to me it's very much so on par with a lot of other mascaras, namely drugstore mascaras. The number one thing that I don't like that mascaras do is flake at the end of the day, and this one did not do that, so kudos to this mascara for not doing that. But as far as just giving me that performance that was to die for, I didn't really get that. Lips. I liked both of these lip products. Again, I didn't really love them. The It Cosmetics lipstick was nice, but the color was just a little bit too mauve-y, and I didn't know this color was that mauve in the store. We all know Sephora's lighting can be a little iffy, and so in the store I thought it was more nudish, but definitely at home it looks mauve, so I probably am going to give it to my mom. But it's a nice formula. To me, it's just the color. It's not like blowing my mind. The Natasha Denona Lip Oh-Phoria gloss. I really like this gloss, but I prefer Natasha Denona's old glosses that she used to have, and I think she's discontinued them, but I like this color. It does tingle just a little bit. I'm not a fan of tingly stuff, but it is so slight that I can stand it, especially if I put it on top of something else and it's not directly on my lips tingling me for like 30 minutes. Oh my gosh, I cannot stand that. This is more so like a refreshing tingle, and then it's so faint that you can't even really feel it. So I like this. I will continue to use it. Lastly, let's move into the face or complexion products, starting with the Mist by Fenty Beauty. So what it do? Gave me a little bit of dew, but not a lot. So I like this mist. I like the way it smells, and I like how fine and gentle it is and how it just graces my face. The concealer, it's bomb. My under eye looks very nice, very smooth. The only thing is that I wish I had a darker color. But if I want to be highlighted and lifted, I like this concealer and this color. I feel like it's very glam. It's very smooth. I barely have any creasing, and this is after having it on all day long. After having this on all day long, I'm very impressed with it. I think it's nice. I will be using it again, and I probably am going to go pick up another color tomorrow. But the Urban Decay Stay Naked Powder. So I am not a fan of this powder because I feel like it's too dry. And I love a powder foundation. It is like one of my favorite things ever. And most of the time, full coverage powders are matte. And if a powder is going to be full coverage and matte, it has to be your exact skin color. Otherwise, it makes your color look disoriented, and you can definitely tell when it doesn't match because it's so much coverage and it's matte. So it's just like sticking out like a sore thumb. So I'm not in love with it. Aside from the color, I just think it's too dry on my skin, and I'm not really in love with the whole matte full coverage look anyways. I'm more so of a dewy, luminous gal. Kind of like, oh my gosh, is that your skin looking like that, or is it the makeup? Who knows? And when it's matte, to me, it looks too made up and a little bit 2015-ish. Past that, And lastly, we have the foundation, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Foundation. So, I have mixed feelings about this foundation. And I'll start with the side of me that is saying this foundation is nice for what it is intended for. We know Wet n Wild is a very affordable brand, so this foundation costs less than $10. So for less than $10, I think it does a really, really good job. It's giving you coverage, it's evening you out, it does not feel heavy on the skin. I actually can't feel it now, and I'm extremely tired. I've had this on all day, and normally by this point, after having makeup on for this long, my face sort of feels heavy a lot, even with the most high end of the high end, so I'm not mad at it. But if I'm in my hypercritical self, I do think that this foundation could be a little bit more luminous for them to call it a dewy foundation, and I feel like this foundation could offer just a little bit more coverage. But then I go back to the side where it's like, girl, it's less than $10. Like, you can't have it all. So I like the foundation. I would change a few things, but I know that when you start changing stuff and adding stuff, that also is going to add to the price. So if you're looking for an affordable foundation that is not extremely matte, that is somewhat dewy, I think this foundation is pretty decent. I don't like this color match though. Like I said in the application, this is too light. There's a big difference here. So I would definitely get another color. And I really hate when brands have large color ranges, but then in my Walgreens there's only like 4 shades, and it's like, I know you might not be able to carry all of the colors, but it's like, can we get a hot 10? And if you give us 10, could you give us some more in the middle for me to be able to choose from, please? Thank you so much. But I like the foundation. I'm not going to say that it's going to be in my rotation or anything like that, but it's an option for those of you all who are always looking for options. I wouldn't just give it my stamp of approval and tell you to run out and buy it, but I also am not going to tell you not to buy it either. I feel as though I've made my point with this, and I think that many of you know where I'm going. So I rested my case. That's my thoughts on everything that I tried. What time is it? Oh, I finished in good time. It's 3:18. I'm about to wash my face real good, and I'm going to bed because I've had a day and I deserve some rest. And when your body is telling you to go to sleep and get some rest, you listen to your body. So I'm about to listen to my body, and I'm going to sleep. Good night, smooches. Bye.